No, I thought about something else I could talk about. Let's see if I can find the pieces. I guess these old brakes are they're old, so it's kind of primitive engineering compared to today. Where today, like, drums are kind of self-adjusting. There is some adjustment you can do on it. Here, this might be a good place to do it. So I think 39 to 42. Well, 39 is when the hydraulics came in. 42, I think the last year maybe of this one. It's somewhere around there. They changed the shoe type a little bit. So this has like a perfect circle cut into the bottom of the shoe, and this actually fits in like right here. You can see that's an odd shaped hole. It's actually a cam. So as this rotates, it will force the shoe further out. So like this pin set here. This kind of slides over top of that. The cams are actually on this one still. So this sits in like this, and on the back side of the hub, let's see if I can. I don't know if I got enough light. So here you can see there's a nut that fits over. All right, so this sits like this, and there's you can see it's kind of like a rectangle on the end of this nut or the end of this bolt. And then a nut screws down on top of that. So you can adjust your cam, and that will adjust like the heel of the shoe and force it in and out as the cam turns, and then you can tighten it down here. There's also another, I'm not sure if you would call it a cam, but it kind of works the same way as a cam. There's this here, you can see how its radius is wide here, and then it slowly, as you turn around this, it gets narrower and narrower and narrower. On the back side of this, there is a let's see if I can find. There we go. So you got a nut here, and then behind that, it's all black, probably hard to see. There's a spring-loaded nut on the back side. This one's there. So you can, with those bottom cams, you can adjust the heel, and then with that top cam nut on the back side, you adjust your maybe that's your toe. If the other one's the heel, one maybe the toe of the shoe with the top cam. So it's not self-adjusting as far as I can tell. If you look at a modern drum, which I hate working on because, as you can see, there's these tons of parts. It's kind of just a pain in the butt to work on drums and shoes when calipers and brake pads and discs are just easier to work on. And there's no adjusting to do with it. But on a modern drum, usually there's like a spreader that pushes the two shoes apart, and sometimes there's like a wheel there. So when you change a shoe, there's like a wheel that's on a like a nut through the down here, so you can adjust you would only adjust it the first time you use it, and then it's self-adjusting. It'll slowly, and normally there's like a access point on the back side of the backing plate. You can get in there with a flathead screwdriver and turn that it's like a starred washer that's on there, and you can use a flathead to turn that to adjust it. But kind of a pain, more so than discs, but it is at least self-adjusting, and whereas this is not. So I imagine that back then, every couple thousand miles or so, you would want to slowly service your brakes periodically, and then adjust the toe and the heel of the shoe. I don't think this does it automatically, but I mean, there's no real mechanism that I see that it could do it, unless the spring will do it. But I doubt that the spring would automatically keep turning those cams to self-adjust. So I think you have to manually adjust your brakes periodically. So another reason that maybe hot rodders these days swap out your brakes, because that's just a maintenance issue that you don't see in today's cars. Guess that's it. Yep, that's it for today. Unless I get some work done on the front brakes.